Hey, everybody, wait a minute. It's Roger Lodge. I'm here for the 2022 Katella Chronicles Awards, the Bicycle Awards, where you get to ride your award, made of chocolate, down Katella to the Big A, that the house that the cowboy built that Artie made so much better until he lost the lawsuit and had to sell a team to another franchise owner. And then we're going to ride over to the Arrowhead Pond, which is known as the Honda Center. And then we're just going to come back with our bikes and give awards away. But before we do that, it's Roger Lodge here, and he's going to introduce the other host of the show, the one, the only, Dominick.
Woo! What's up, everybody? Katella Chronicle Bike Awards with the Blazer and all. I'll do the old Cam Newton, the AL West 2014 champs, the Angels. Throwback Tuesday.
There you go. And then we have another presenter of the awards tonight by the name of
Fernando Mendez, the Lone Star Halo, coming to you live from Memphis, Tennessee.
That's a big Lone
Are
Star.
you from
there,
Tennessee,
Memphis.
Roger? Because you're the only 10 I see, brother. There you go, the Taco Bell ding. Because I'm in Memphis, and the dad from that owned Taco Bell in The Blind Side.
We've got a lot of awards to give away, and we have one female to give the awards away. Congratulations is due. Her name is
Swilly.
There you
Hey,
go.
everybody.
She's a Giants fan, very overconfident these days.
Go Big Blue. That's right. I sure am.
Big Blue,
Giants
this
and
is-
sure
football,
am.
not baseball.
No. Giants football. Go Big Blue.
None of us on this show can be overconfident. We can be delusional, but not overconfident.
Fair.
We actually have awards dedicated to delusion.
Well, let's get to the awards, shall we? Dominick, you're going to be the master of ceremonies tonight, so why don't you lead the way on what awards we're going to give away for those bicycles? And can I get a
let's do
Huffy?
it.
The Huffy Hot Dog presented by Roger Lodge. No. But this year, the Katella Bicycle, hopefully fans can see it at home. We have a beautiful garden bike with the vintage Rally Monkey Shark giveaway.
Woo!
And we have a throwback baseball to the 2002 World Series Championship.
Yeah.
Look at us living
Good
in the past,
times.
thinking that can help us in the future.
Like a Dodgers fan.
Ooh, burn.
I love it.
Look at this. Look at that. I feel like I'm a chick either on Vanna White or like the Price is Right girl right now. Look at my
Oh.
bicycle. Look at my handles.
You're just not showing enough cleavage.
Oh,
That can be adjusted.
but that is the bike that
Especially if it was John Stamos.
so that is the bike that 10 lucky winners will go home with tonight. In theory, in sarcasm, we all have fun here. But let's go with the first award presentation.
Wait. Don't forget that not only do they get this award, but they also win the opportunity to participate in the Halos in the Infield 0.3K, where we ride our bikes from Angel Stadium all the way to the Honda Center.
It's going to be the longest bike ride of our lives.
Yep.
But the key is, the Lone Star forgot to tell you. The key is you're not riding that bike by yourself. You have to have somebody on equal or a little bit lesser value weight than you on the handlebars. So it's a two-man race or two-woman.
It's a two-man race.
There you
and
go.
someone trailing with the tricycle wheels in the back inside.
There's gonna be a lot of crashes.
Dibs on the Rally Monkey on my handlebars.
Oh,
Rally Monkey on the way. But first,
Not Chris, though. Not Rally Chris.
I call
need a
John
real monkey.
Stamos.
the Stamos. Stamos has to ride
There you
on a handstand behind Roger Lodge.
But what about
Exactly.
his hair? And what about Roger's toupee? They can't all fit on the same bike.
The hair gets
Hey,
his own bike. The
You
hair
leave
gets
my
his own
hair
bike.
alone.
So
Yeah.
you, the fans, on Instagram and Twitter, voted on who you think should win these awards based on each category. We internally got to vote inside as well and discuss these as well. So we combined all the votes. Here are the winners tonight. So award number 1, the 2022 Game of the Year. Game of the Year, and the nominees were April 15th, Joe Madden intentionally walking Corey Seager, but it ends up leading to a come from behind victory in Texas. And at that time, the Angels were above 500. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. May 4th, the Angels scored 6 runs in the 10th inning and beat the Boston Red Sox. Taylor Ward has a big night. And the Angels, again, look like they were going to be postseason bound. And last but not least, May 10th, Reed Detmer's no-hitter against the Tampa Bay Rays. Guys, any thoughts on who could win this award tonight? Is it a runaway? Is it easy? What do you think?
I just got to say, the look on Trout's face when he saw that Seager was getting walked, that was priceless. That should have got an award. He was like counting. He's like, wait a minute, there's one.
Yeah, well, just the bases are loaded.
Yeah.
He was
like,
very
Are we really
confused.
doing this right now? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be my vote.
He looked like a man who went to Taco Bell and just found out that the chalupa is no longer $2.50, and he's like, "Huh?"
I can only buy one chalupa at that price. Dang it.
Yeah.
Well, this year, for award number 1, getting the beautiful Katella Bike Award with Rally Monkey and 3 balls in hand.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, let me find the drum roll.
Reed Detmer's no-hitter, May 10th, is the winner this year for the Katella Bicycle Awards for Game of the Year. That was, Reed Detmer's is probably going to be, his signature claim to fame. I just want to, chew my nails and thank everybody. It was a tough night.
But you know what?
Got to hang now. Hold up. I got to hang now. Yeah, but it was a no-hitter. It was a great night.
You know what I like about him is that went straight to his head, and then he just hit the skids. But then credit him, he went to AAA, worked it out, and he came back and he finished strong. So yeah, he deserves the award.
Yeah, I thought he was going to end up like Dallas Braden and turn out to,
Panhandle.
Yeah.
At his age, though, that'd be so hard to not be like, oh, yeah, I'm the shit, baby. Like,
yeah. That
seventh
next start had to be
yeah.
the hardest. That next start literally had to be one of the hardest starts. You're just thinking, 5-6 days ago, I was, enjoying a no-hitter. MLB Network was interviewing me. My jersey's being put into the Hall of Fame. Like, what the hell? But either way, Reed Detmer's a very good season in 2022. I think it was a coming-out party for him. He's going to be a part of the rotation moving forward in 2023 with Ohtani and Sandoval and possibly Suarez if he doesn't get traded or whoever else they sign this free agent offseason. But Reed Detmer's deserving of the Game of the Year category for his no-hitter on May the 10th. Round of applause one last time.
All right.
That's my boy right there.
That's my Reed Detmer. I love my mama. I love my daddy.
Yeah.
All right. Award number 2, before I turn it over to Fernando for award number 3, we're going to go with Play of the Year. Single moment this season, or it could have been a collection of moments that really made one big play of the year. The nominees this year for the beautiful, again, Katella Bicycle Award will be the Jared Walsh cycle in June against the New York Mets, getting it done with a big triple. Mike Built Ford Tough, shushing the New York Yankees crowd and bench after hitting a home run. And
keep in mind, he was a former Yankee.
Former Yankee as well. And the Angels took 2 of 3 in that series.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, Mike Trout hitting a home run in not 1, not 2, not 3, but 7 consecutive games in September. Well, August/September.
You forgot category D, which was 714 tickets. 714 tickets. Call today, go tonight.
To the Angels or the Ducks.
There you go.
Can you imagine like paying that man to do your ads?
Highway
For
robbery.
years.
No.
For years.
I can't.
I will say in the play of the year category, we could have put the Reed Detmer's no-hitter, but it was already in one category.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe one we might have left off that I just thought about a couple days ago after the voting. Patrick Sandoval's first career complete game was a nice moment this year in Detroit. I think we might have all overlooked that at one point or another. So honorable mention to Patrick Sandoval.
Another play of the year and game of the year that maybe should have been on there, could have gone either way, was Shohei Ohtani being the first player to ever qualify as a pitcher and a hitter. That's never been done before.
Never been done before.
Crazy. Sounds so valuable. It's a valuable player.
Not as valuable as Aaron Judge. This is why we can't have a woman on the show, guys. I kid. Hey, I was the one pushing for a woman to be on the show. I'm just saying. I'm not sexist.
It's fine. I'm used to it. It's all good.
Equal rights for equal FaceTime on Instagram.
Fernando's like, you guys can vote now, right?
Oh wow. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay,
Better.
that might have been more impressive than Will Smith slapping Chris Rock.
Cool. I love it. I'm here for it. Thanks, everybody. I gotta
Make
go.
that trendy, folks. Make that trendy now.
Yeah, right,
But
right.
the fans have voted, and I think this one was nearly a unanimous decision. We had some good moments, but the winner for the first time tonight, winning the Katella Bicycle Award, will be Mike Trout for 7 consecutive games with a home run. Round of
Never a
applause.
doubt.
Mike Trout.
Never a doubt in my
Never
mind.
in doubt, Mike Trout.
There you
Never
go.
in doubt, Mike Trout. Let's whip up a couple T-shirts with that.
Han
Randy,
Solo.
Randy, if you're watching, I know you're probably sleeping, getting ready for work. When in doubt, go to Trout. Feel free to get those T-shirts ready. And
Well, let's do what normally happens when we come up with an idea. We make it, we create it, and then Soto steals it, and then he apologizes. So
half-heartedly,
Had
half-heartedly.
to go there. Had to go there.
I had to. It's the award
It's the
show.
wig. It's the wig. It's the wig. It's all
Yeah,
good.
it gives
Hey.
him confidence. Hair gives
Hey.
you confidence.
Yeah, I can do anything now, guys. Anything.
That's right.
As Olaf and Frozen once said, all good things, all good things.
Exactly.
Right.
All right. So the first two winners tonight, Reed Detmer's no-hitter and Mike Trout for Play of the Year with 7 consecutive home runs. It's now my opportunity to turn the award show now to the Tennessee man, Fernando, who will be presenting a fun, cheesy award.
Thank you. Thank you. Colleagues, esteemed listeners of the page, thank you. Thank you for your constant support. Speaking of support, there comes a time where you run out of that support. These players were not supported by many. These players, in fact, were almost the complete opposite, as all of them have won multiple heaping plates of steaming nachos. They have braved diarrhea-encrusted nachos that have been found in the depths of perhaps a golden corral. So, without further ado, I give you the nominees for this year's Nacho Player of the Year. Not Nacho Night. These players had not a lot of Nacho Nights. But we're going for all the marbles today, all the cheese, all the beans, all the regurgitated ground beef from the pigeons in the stands.
Oh,
All
I'm
right.
hungry now.
Yeah, of course you are. All right. Jared Walsh is our first nominee.
Mm-hmm.
Our second nominee, the Super Halo Bros favorite, Joe Adell. The third nominee, everyone's favorite catcher, Max Stassi.
Mm.
And last but certainly not least, Todd and Randy's favorite, Squiddy Poo.
Poo-poo-poo, poo-poo-poo, poo-poo.
Oh, it was a hard-fought battle. There was good folks on both sides, all four sides, really. This year's winner, Max Stassi. It was Nacho season.
If ever anyone deserves something so worthy of his talent, that was this year's Max Stassi.
I voted for Andrew Velasquez, to be honest with you guys. I thought Andrew Velasquez was the clear winner. Honestly, we're comparing apples and oranges. We're comparing two guys who massively didn't live up to the hype. But the difference here is that Max Stassi just signed a contract. Max Stassi got the keys to the kingdom behind the dish. Max Stassi had been fooling all of us for the last 2 years. And this year, he just couldn't get it done. He batted .212.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think Velasquez probably would have won this thing hands down with all his blown games. Even he was making errors at the end, but he got hurt. And Stassi stepped up his game. He's like, you know what? I'm not going to defend my pitcher in a fight or the my dugout. So that he was getting brownie points right there. And then at the end of the season, he's just like, you know what? I'm not making contact for shit. And he was striking out, and he lived up to Statue Stassi at the end of the year. So I'm cool with this award. I think he earned it.
Yeah, there was a lot of nominees this year for this award. And again, I think in 2023, we're going to have a running total of who gets Nacho Night, Stamos Award, just to see at the end of the day who really wins this award. But Jared Walsh made a case too with the all-star year that he had in 2021. regressed horribly in 2022. Hopefully that's the fault of some hitting coaches that have been let go from the Angels organization.
Yes.
But I think really for Jared Walsh not to have won this, his defense clearly saved the day. And I don't know how Joe Adele saved himself for this award, but he did.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Adele got moved up and down about 50 times, so he about earned a nomination too just from that alone.
He got the frequent flyer of the year award.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, that's a good one.
He
I like
did.
that.
Hey, for the record, I said that Max Stassi batted 212 this year. Actually, he was a career 212 hitter. He actually batted $180 this year.
Oh.
Oh,
He
even
batted
better.
$180. And for the record, this man
Wow.
apparently weighs 200 pounds. So yes, he
He
did not hit his weight.
Mm.
Now that's the extra layer of cheese on the nachos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and keep in mind, remember, he signed a 3-year deal worth $17.5 million with a 2025 team option. So,
Oh, goody.
yeah.
Good thing we have the option. I was worried.
Thank good for those options.
Thank God.
Absolutely.
Well, Max
All
Stassi,
right.
it was Nacho year.
Congratulations, Max Stassi. You can go home with a beautiful Katella Bicycle Award. Rally Monkey balls and all.
We'll see you at Angel Stadium to ride to Honda Center
There you go. All the winners get to ride to the Honda Center.
with an oxygen tank waiting for him at the end. That's a long, treacherous ride.
Very treacherous. You got to go down underneath the train tracks and you got to come up, stop at 2 lights,
Mhm.
almost get run over. Ooh,
Yeah.
Good
It's
luck,
not an
folks.
easy ride.
Hey, you
Yeah.
can also stop to get some Wetzel's pretzels there at that Arctic station. Just saying.
That's true.
Ooh, food run. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, we know where Paul Sereno would be. Jeremy Reed would have been over there catching Pokemon.
I thought Jeremy Reed just got a job at Wetzel Pretzel.
Yeah, he did. He's a manager.
He's a district manager now.
He turned down Cinnabon.
He had a whole press conference about it. His mom watched.
Well, it's that time of the show now to welcome back a familiar voice to the Halos in the Infield Instagram lives. Todd, take it away.
When you think Roger Lodge, you think greatness. When you think Roger Lodge, you think his time on Full House as a part-timer training John Stamos and other famous actors on that show. And then also check out Disney Plus and John Stamos' new show as he's a coach of a women's girls team. Well, girls team. I said women's girls. That didn't make sense. But a girls team, and I taught him how to be a coach. So check that out. It's all about Roger Lodge and AM 830's own Roger Lodge, as I call it How I See It, which is Artie's butthole and much more, as I love the Angel Stadium as much as I love that man's colon. But let's get to the award tonight of Roger Lodge Halo Honk of the Year. And the Halo Honk nominees are strikeouts better than double plays, a quote by our fearless leader, Phil Nevin. Then we have the 14-game losing streak. Oh, we won't talk about that no more. That's bad. Thinking we should trade Trout and Ohtani at the deadline. And Lodge hanging up on callers. I don't like this last category. Me hanging up on callers is keeping the positivity like Magic Johnson. I can't be negative. You know what I'm saying? So it's Roger Lodge's. I don't like that last one, so we're going to erase that one. But the winner of the Roger Lodge Halo moment of the year is the 14-game losing streak, which essentially sunk our season. Yay!
Hope we should be clapping for this, though.
Never a doubt.
We should
Hey.
because it's over.
Yeah, it's over. Fans thought we could make the playoffs after that losing streak. You honks. You
Ooh.
Don't
honks.
cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
That's right.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, that needs to be. We need to get matching tattoos, guys, that say that.
I love it. Or you could say the opposite. I like saying the opposite.
I'm making a tattoo.
Don't
that says
smile
say the
because it's
opposite.
over. Cry because it happened.
There you go.
Oh,
So beautiful.
me and my abusive
Right.
relationship with the Angels.
yeah.
Yes.
The Angels over the last decade just use and abuse me
Hey,
for all my love and
hey!
devotion.
I don't like that negativity. I don't like it.
I'm going to hang up on this podcast.
There you go.
But was there any doubt that if the Angels, like, what would we have said if the Angels had actually made the wild card spot after that 14-game losing streak?
I don't know.
What would have been like the mood? Like, I'm interested to see like what could have been like after the 14 game losing streak, after the brawl, if we actually did like what the Phillies did. Like if we were going to the World Series right now, like it beating the Astros miraculously.
Well, I mean, we would.
Would we have just busted a nut? I think we all would have just busted a nut at that point.
Oh,
Oh, Tony!
I don't have the amount of baby wipes needed to clean up that mess.
Yeah, I gotta
we
go.
don't have a baby wife.
Bye. I gotta get out of here.
And this is why we don't have females on the show.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
2 reasons now. I can't wait to see how many more there are.
She's like, you got 3 strikes coming into this podcast. You've
I'm
used 2
writing
within
it.
a half hour.
The one
Hey.
mistake a woman always says is, "Hey, I'm just one of the guys." It's like, well,
Yeah.
Fair.
Hey, it's not a show if Todd doesn't get canceled within 26 minutes of hitting record.
that's true.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, 14 game losing streak. Halo Honk moment of the year. The fans thinking we could survive that.
Woo.
I think the Titanic had a better opportunity than us.
Yeah, right.
But it just goes to show you, though, I will say this. Even though Seattle got swept in that series, I mean, they just got in the tournament and they did some damage. I mean, we would have loved to see the Angels just sneak in and do anything. Anything. You know,
Yeah.
give us a game. at least.
Hey, I don't know. I think it's a good strategy that they wait to try to contend. Right? Who wants to get eliminated right away? We gotta wait.
Right.
I would just
You wanna
like to
have a
say we
deep
were
run.
there.
I just want to
Yeah.
say we were there and we were at the party and we got to just, ooh, it was pretty, but we got to leave.
Right.
Like, it was
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, because
You don't need a-
you know what team has the longest playoff drought now, right?
well, we're
Us and the Tigers.
That's right.
Hey,
How about that
nobody needs to
Tiger?
go to
Would've
the
been
party.
nice.
Nobody needs to go to the party to talk to the pretty girl or handsome dude, whatever side you're leaning on. You just need to show up, baby, and that's it. Just show up, say you were there, and leave.
That's
Yeah.
right.
like,
That's
we
all you
needed to
do.
show up while the Phillies are that type of team with Brandon Marsh. He's better than it. Excuse me. God. Ooh, fall's coming. Fall's coming. It's tough on the respiratory system.
Yeah, I wonder
Yeah,
what
the
I
suit
wonder what
jacket's a
Jack
little tight.
I wonder what jackass team got rid of Marsh. They're so
God,
stupid.
Who would have thought? But the Phillies were that team that comes to the party that's like that nerd that's never been to the party before, but literally becomes strength and it basically just carries in a keg of beer and says, "Let's fuck, but let's freaking party now. Let's go.
Right.
Mhm.
Let's go."
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
yeah.
did the job.
Good luck, Phillies.
Yeah, go Phillies.
Go Phils.
Go Phillies.
All right. So after the 14 game losing streak, we experienced more highs and lows this season, but none more than our next category presented by Swilly, award number 5 for the Katella Bicycle Award. Swilly, take it away.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So, this is the sought after Villain of the Year award. There were many villains. There were many villains in
So
and
many.
out of the Angels fan base. Many villains. 4 of which are as follows. We have number 1, Mr. Artie Moreno himself.
Boo.
Boo.
Lots of boos. Second, we have Jesse Winker.
Wanker.
The fans.
Wanker.
Rude.
Anchor.
Rude. Number 3, Mr. As Fernando says, MVP Aaron Judge.
Overrated. Overrated.
Rated.
And number 4, the always lovely, the always kind to us, Mr. John Heyman.
I
Always
retweet
has
all his
nice
posts.
things to say. Always has nice things. to
Mr.
say.
East Coast, Mr.
That's
Yankee.
right, baby.
Yeah.
That's
Mr.
right.
Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
He can't stay up past 9 o'clock. It's his bedtime.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
All right,
his
what are
mom
we
makes him
thinking,
get off the
guys?
internet.
What are we thinking? Who are we thinking? Is it going to be just is it a toss up? What are we thinking?
I wanted John Heyman personally because Artie Moreno to me was just like the automatic winner, so I wanted to mix it up a little bit. That was just me though.
My vote's Wanker.
Yeah.
My vote would be Judge because, the whole Otani v. Judge situation, I think it just,
Yeah.
it makes sense. So we're all split, but
Winker was kind of our what's his name, Mark Canna this year.
Mhm.
I think we may have forgotten a couple names on this list. There was a long list. Like
There was a
now,
long list.
like nowadays, like if each of us could pick somebody that's not on this list, for me, Joe Madden.
Okay.
After recently what's been said and all the things coming out, maybe it's just, like angry ex-boyfriend syndrome, but it's bleeding into the organization amongst other things. So Joe Madden could be one.
Dodger fans. Just say it.
I like
Annoying
it.
every year.
Yeah, same thing.
I like it.
Swilly, Fernando, any guys we might have missed or anybody else in the villain category?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jeremy Reed is one that we missed out on, right?
Ooh.
Villain of the year.
That's true.
Ooh.
We literally go to Toronto and we have one of our best games ever, and he wasn't there. That
Best
alone
games,
says-
best
Series.
weekends, best
Series.
weekends.
literally. So that's
thanks
gonna
for
be
not-
my honorable mention.
Thanks for not being vaxxed, Jeremy Reed. You did us a favor and showed us that we didn't need you. Aside from one villainous Angels Twitter account, I would say Eric K.
Ooh. Okay.
Eric
K.
K. The person obviously involved in the Tyler Skaggs unfortunate passing, and you know, a lot of the news came out about other guys who were getting supplies from him, and you know,
Yeah.
So Eric K.
20 years in
somebody.
Yeah, 20 years in prison plus an extra 2 years for
22 years.
Yeah, well, 20 plus 2 extra years for talking smack about Skaggs to fellow inmates. That's always a. You know what? Just that in itself, he can go ride in his orange jumpsuit to Honda Center.
He's not allowed.
Virtual bike tour. Virtual
There
bike
you go.
tour.
I love
2020 vibes.
I love it.
Hard
All
labor.
right. So we were all split. You three were all split on the decision. Well, you guys were all wrong. The winner of the Villain of the Year award is Mr. Artie Moreno.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah, boo.
He was, I think, the easy winner, but also the correct winner.
Yeah.
That man is evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Villainy.
He's a villain. He's
Play
like,
that Phineas and Ferb song. Those boys are evil. EVILBOYS.
I wish we had news like, it would have been a perfect storm if right before we got onto this, it was Artie Moreno just sold the team to XYZ. That would have been the best case scenario.
I agree.
Like, but
Would've
we
been
are
great.
still, I think we're still months away from that even happening.
Yeah.
It's 50-50 whether it'll happen before the season, basically.
Yeah, like if it doesn't happen by spring training, it's not happening next season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it happening
agree with that.
mid-season.
Mhm.
I think instead of calling it the Villain of the Year award, next year we should call it the Chief Keef award because that's the shit I don't like.
Ooh, there we go. We're already thinking
Oh.
all the negative awards for 2023.
Yeah, don't forget about the Puke Skywalker award that we already announced for next year.
That's Puke Skywalker, that's right. Or the best Han Solo of the year.
Yeah.
Mm.
The
Angels
most
lose
meaningful Han Solo.
Angels lose
Something to choose
16
from.
Angels lose 16-1 to Detroit. The one home run being a Squiddy Poo home run.
You know, I did see that this year. I'm just trying to remember the game where it was like, I think, it was Trout. It might have been against Texas where they were down like 10-0, and he hits a solo shot where it didn't make a lick of difference, and they still had the nerve to put the cowboy hat on him. I'm like, guys, it's the
There was
seventh inning.
there was one where Otani hit a home run. I believe it was in Texas, and we were getting our asses kicked. Yeah, I think it was actually at Angel Stadium against Texas, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he hit a home run, like a meaningless solo shot, and they tried to put the hat on him, and he was like, "No, we're good."
He's like, I need to go to
No,
bed.
thanks.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, I don't need that flea infested shit you got from the airport.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy. So the villain of the year, Artie Moreno, can join us in the bike tour from Angel Stadium to Honda Center.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to ride a bike.
He'll be
Definitely not.
he will
He'll power
definitely be
walk.
powered by Scotch. So,
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
All right. On to award number 6 here in the Katella Bike Awards. How are we enjoying the Bike Awards so far? We're halfway through.
Woohoo!
We're enjoying them so
Yeah.
far. This one was a tough category to put together because the Angels didn't really have that many new pieces to the puzzle that actually help the team
mhm.
in a really deafening way. So best newest addition award.
I should have had a new edition song queued up right now. That's my bad.
Honestly, I didn't think about that before when I created
know.
this award, but now that you say it, it makes perfect sense.
Exactly.
But the best newest edition of the award, I had to pick a couple players that were not going to get basically 0 votes. We had to give something out of nothing. So here are your 3 nominees.
Mm-hmm.
Big Country, Aaron Loop is a nominee.
Okay.
Beachy Muscles, Michael Lorenzen. And Thor going to the World Series and potentially winning a ring, Noah Syndergaard in the house for these awards. So 3 pitchers, because none of the position players that were new did anything special. You could have maybe put Matt Duffy in there, but Matt Duffy did have 1 walk-off win against Houston, so,
Yeah.
Might have been a better option than Aaron Loop.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Aaron Loop.
Aaron Loop had a good month for April and half of May, and then it all went to hell at that point. So, winner. I think it's a runaway escape vote here. I don't think we need to cut to the chase. We're going straight. This is like the, no offense to the people at real award shows, this is like the hair and makeup award, the small costume award that quickly gets put on right before the commercial. Best newest addition goes to the one, the only, Michael Lorenzen wins.
Buns and thighs.
All right.
Buns and thighs.
Yeah. No, in all honesty, though, he did help out the rotation, ate some innings up, had some good quality games. He had a tough middle of the season with the shoulder injury, but overall, he was, for the price that we got him, 1 year, what was it, $7 million?
Yeah.
I think it was like 5 million, wasn't it?
Yeah, a very cheap deal. I'd say that's probably one of the deals that actually worked in our favor this year. I think it was, was he Cy Young?
6.7.
6.7? Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like Cy Young caliber season, but we weren't expecting that. We were just looking for somebody to give us some quality innings in the back of the rotation, and we got that from him. Is he worthy of another contract to come back with the Angels in 2023 and beyond? That's going to be a very big question mark going into this offseason, I think.
True, but if he doesn't go the rotation, he could be a really good 6-man / middle relief. So
Yeah.
and by the way, since he won that award, I think we failed to have the most awkward moment. The most awkward moment had to be our interview with his mom during the game. I felt so bad. I'm like, can we just go to commercial?
Yeah, if y'all don't remember that moment, it was when the Angels, I think, kind of still had hope. It was July 1st. No, I don't think we had hope by the July 1st.
No. We're playing.
No, we lost hope like in May.
Yeah, we lost hope. Okay.
Yeah, like end of May.
I think the Honks had faith.
There you go.
There we go.
Yes.
July 1st, first
Going
game of a
Hawks.
3-game set against Houston. Todd and I doing our wonderful opportunity at play-by-play in color. Lorenzen pitches a great first inning. I predicted an Ohtani home run. It happened. We thought the stars were aligning, and then it didn't. What was it? I think he gave up 6 runs in the second, and then 2 more in the third, and then got pulled halfway through the third.
Oh no.
And we were trying to make something out of nothing. She was a great sport. I will give her that.
But she was cringing and probably clutching her chest every home run he gave up because you could feel it. She was trying to be positive and we were trying to steer away from the last home run, and then he gave up another one. We're all,
Yeah. Like when you just heard her. She was like, "Aw," like she just had like that sad awe, and then she's like, in that awe, I felt she was like, "Can I leave now?"
Yeah, Dominick was trying to reel her back in with another question.
I was trying. I'm like, let's. What was a happy moment of Michael's childhood? I was like, let's throw
the
a dart at
happiest
wall.
baseball moment ever.
Yeah.
What
Like
was it?
I couldn't say like, what do you enjoy? Like, I know we tried, but we were like,
Yeah.
what is your happiest moment of Michael pitching this year with the Angels? And in her, I feel if she was unfiltered, she could have said, well, definitely not this moment.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know,
right.
dude.
It was just a rough start, the one rough day. That was his roughest start, I think, of the season.
Yeah, that was his
Sonia,
mulligan start for sure. If he had a
Sonia
mulligan,
said, Sonia goes, she was waiting to say, fuck!
yeah.
It was, I, if she ever sees this, Cheryl Lorenzen, we give you props. You've been a tremendous supporter of both our pages, especially Katella Chronicles. So thank you for that. You were a sport. I got to meet you in person when Michael rehabbed at Inland Empire before he came back. Very, very sweet lady. Best to the Lorenzen family. We hope to see you back in an Angels uniform. But your son gets the best newest addition to the Angels in 2022 here for the Katella Bicycle. Please, him and the entire Lorenzen family is welcome to join us on the bike tour.
There you
Wow,
go.
I'm presidented.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, right? We had to do it. So
Had to do
Good.
it to him.
we had to do it. So maybe we'll erase the Houston moment and have a nice bike moment with Lorenzens.
Or we could talk about that while on the bikes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
good.
there you
He'll
go.
just be like, "This is where my season crashed." Boom.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Alrighty.
Willie.
On to award number 7. Swilly gets to take the mic once again for a coveted, hilarious award for 2022.
That's right, baby. That's right. You know what? Every team goes through their ups and downs, and they all have little moments that we can laugh about throughout the season. The Angels had quite a few, so I'd like to present the Blooper of the Year award. We have some good ones here. Our first nominee is Otani's CPR to his bat, which was amazing because after he gave that bat CPR, he started hitting the shit out of the ball. So it worked.
Yep, it
That's
did.
my favorite part about that particular blooper.
That was early on too, like super early
It
in the
was.
season.
I think that was
Yeah.
the second homestand when they lost
Yeah.
2-3 to Baltimore, and then
That
but then
sounds
they
right. Yeah,
I think it was
Yeah.
that weekend, and then they went on and swept the Guardians after that.
Yeah.
that sounds right. Yep.
Good for him.
Yeah, it was early, and I think the expectations were so high because he was coming off his MVP season, right? He wasn't hitting quite like he was when the season ended previous, and yeah, he did that, and then he started hitting the shit out of the ball, and it was
That
great.
was the moment the East Coast media said, "No, he's not going to be MVP this year."
Yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely.
He didn't hit a
Immediately.
ball for 3 days.
Yeah,
It wasn't like Aaron Judge took a week and a half to hit a 60-second homer, but that's just me.
right. Or hit under 200 in the postseason, but
No, 0 for 7 with 7 strikeouts. I love those numbers. Great.
MVP. MVP.
that Judge or Stassi, I don't know. Can't tell the difference.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, so that's the first nominee. Second nominee, Matt Vasgersian is such a good one. Matt Vasgersian missing Jared Walsh's home run call and calling it a foul ball. I was in Texas, right?
I was at
the-
that game.
Wasn't
Of
that was
course you
the,
were.
was that the same night as Joe Madden's intentional walk?
It was
No.
the same night.
It was?
Oh,
Yep,
I
it was
didn't
the
even
same night.
realize that.
All I remember was Twitter blowing up. Like people were like, "Dude, Matt Vasgersian is such an idiot. They need to fire him." And I'm like, "What's happening?" And people were like, "He called that a foul ball." I'm like, "What? That was
Yeah.
clearly a home run."
I
He's
was at the Padres Braves game that night, and my
Mm.
phone was blowing up too. But again, that was still when Gooby and Matty V were still remotely doing games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
so,
I think Matty V was like, long fly ball, that's going to be foul.
and then he starts.
Santa Maria!
Yeah.
He's like, "So Gooby, back in the 80s when you were a Royal, oh my God, it's a home run, it's gone."
Yeah. No, he
Oh,
called a
the
foul
guy.
ball, and then he immediately corrected to that ball is gone.
What a guy.
That
What
is
a
where I
guy.
will pause this video in post-production and add that highlight reel into it.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
You have to because
Oh,
it's
yeah,
too
I will.
good. I love
All
it.
right.
And
Third nominee.
lastly, our third nominee is Raisel Iglesias throwing seeds onto the field during the Anaheim, Seattle, Los Angeles Angels brawl. So, we got some good ones, and we have our first tie of the night.
Who
first
doesn't
tie
love
of
a
the
good
night.
tie?
Matty V and Raisel Iglesias have tied for the Blooper of the Year award. So
Can
what
we
does
get them
this
a double
mean?
bike? We got to get them
Yes.
a double
They
bike.
have
A
to-
tandem
They
bike.
have to ride tandem with each other.
No, this will be the the horn sound. We have a double bike award. It's the double bike award.
Woo!
If you guys went on
love
to DraftKings or FanDuel, your sports betting, if you're sports betting connoisseurs, and if you picked out of these 10 categories, this one being the double bike award winner,
Yes.
you would win absolutely nothing.
Yep.
There you go.
Zero.
You get, again, what you get out of this, like many things. If you like soccer, I'm sorry, but you sit there for the thrill of a tie.
Mm. It's like
That's
kissing your sister.
I was gonna clap, but I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do that anymore. You kind of ruined it. Oh,
That's how we do. That's how we do.
That's
But-
what
Like
beer
I'm the-
does to you.
I need to call
Yeah.
the police.
Matty V and Ricella. Those were two. I will admit, those were two very funny moments this season.
Yeah, no, the Matty V one got my vote. That just how does that happen?
As a broadcaster, you had to give it. I'm sorry, I had.
It got the job done because they immediately were like, "We're not doing this remote bullshit anymore."
Yeah.
I feel he
But
did it
then
on
they gave a
purpose.
lot more opportunities to Patrick O'Neill. So did any of us really win?
Ooh, that's a tough loss right there.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people really like Patrick O'Neill. You know, there's people who are like, "Yeah, he's fine," but yeah, remember when I asked that question today and like 90% of it was bad, and Patrick's like, "Oh."
I'm gonna go to
see
Disney. I'm
this.
gonna go to Disneyland and give away some giveaways.
Yeah,
Oh, I remember that.
yeah, that's how you
I
know
will.
it's
I
bad.
will. I will. I am gonna put Todd on the spot for a second. Would
Mm-hmm.
it not be a bike award or just normal podcast if we didn't bring up the one, the only savior, Ricella Iglesias?
Yeah, it would. You'd have to bring that up right now because I mean, come on, he's our guy, right? He's our
Yeah.
closer.
Goddamn closer.
This is it. How could he have done so well in Atlanta and couldn't have done that here?
You know what it was?
Wow.
He just stopped going to games. That's what it was. I mean, if his presence was in the stadium, this team would have made the postseason.
I
No,
don't. Ricella Iglesias was a tough one.
I really think if he touched more things, his Sunday League power
Yes, I
is
dig those videos.
everywhere.
By the way, we should have had the STFU award. You know, hands down, he'd be the only nominee.
No, there's a couple others.
No. It's like that line in Moneyball. There's good teams. There's poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's that.
Yes.
Hey, you can put me on that list too. I got 2 hate tweets this year. That's my
Oh.
record. I know
Wow.
it was a bad year for
I'm
me.
probably jinxing
Yeah.
it now. Well, no. Katella Chronicles has had some hate tweets. So no, it's from a singular Ricel burner
Wow.
account. So
I've only had.
I can't
okay,
say anything about that, but okay.
fair enough. I've only had 2, and those 2 were from VT. So
But
all
I'm
right.
used to it. I'm very used to it. So I'm a
All
vet when
right.
it comes to
Well,
getting
you got
hate,
them from the
so-
Pokemon community. You said right.
That's true.
Oh.
And you know, just being a woman, right, Fernando? I mean,
Hey, I'm not against women in sports. I am super pro women in
Boom.
sports.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, Fernando told me like after he kind of messaged me right now. He's like, save it for Swilly to have a tie in her category. I was like, wow, Fernando, wow.
nice.
All right, Mr. WNBA, you chill out, Mister. I'm positive that you don't like the WNBA. Okay.
It's my favorite sport.
Yeah, of course it is.
Look,
Speaking,
they're very talented at missing baskets. That's all I can say.
Oh, here we go with this again.
speaking of things that are just drop dead hilarious.
Yes.
There was a phrase, a 3-word phrase that went around social media this year, Angels Twitter. It had a very historical context, but it was so relevant
Okay.
to the Angels season. Fernando, what was that phrase? And bring in the next award.
The Tungsten arm O'Dowd moment. Is it right?
Doyle.
O'Doyle.
O'Doyle. Moment.
O'Doyle or O'Doyle, however you want to pray. It's like at the trade deadline when we said Logan what did we call Logan O'Hoppe when he was traded on that line? We were
I
like,
think you called it a hope. You called him a
I think
hope.
O'Hope. I was so gung ho. I'm like, it's O'Hope.
Yeah.
It's O'Hope. I promise you. Then
Yeah.
5 minutes later, O'Hoppe.
Oh, Hobby.
Yeah, Steve
Maybe
Granado
O'Hop.
corrected everybody. So
I called him O'Hop. So
O'Hop, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what seemed
Swilly
correct.
Swilly gets a point. She was the closest.
Damn it.
There you go. You know how
imagine
the
that.
women are always right.
Yes, that's right. Hey, listen. now you're onto something. Now you're onto something.
There we go.
Fernando's
Okay. So today's nominees for this spectacular bicycle.
Mhm.
August 4th, the Angels hit 7 home runs and still lost to the Oakland Athletics.
I was at that game.
Yep,
You
and you're the reason why we
were?
lost.
Oh wow.
And you're the reason why we lost.
That was the only game I went to this year that they lost. I went
Oh, well,
5-1 this year.
Maybe you should have gone to more
Wow.
Maybe
because
I
other
should've-
people were going to plenty.
I
June
was the
21st,
opposite.
Shohei Ohtani's 2 home runs,
Mm.
8 RBIs in a 12-inning heartbreaking loss to the Kansas City Royals. And last, but so certainly not least, September 5th, Trout and Shohei Ohtani both reached 30 home runs, but the Angels still were 17 games below 500.
Wow.
So many highs we were feeling, yet resulting in lows. But the lowest that we felt was on August 4th when the Angels hit 7 Han Solo. It was mostly all solo shots.
All Han Solos.
All Han Solos, and still lost to Oakland.
Wow.
That day I was just sitting there like, oh, we're up 1-0. Okay, we're tied 1-1. We get the lead and then we lose it. And then all of a sudden, oh, we're coming back.
Yeah,
And it's like, kids, I just remember screaming the whole time, somebody get on base. I'm tired of seeing solo home runs. Like it was, no, I'm sorry.
I just imagine Dominic sitting there while like the song Mad World's playing in the background. He's just sitting there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was just me doing this. Just as each home run happened, lower.
All around
man.
me are familiar.
And if folks at home want to know who hit the home runs that day, it was bottom of the first. Shohei Ohtani, his 23rd of the year. Kurt retired Suzuki hits his third. Taylor Ward, number 14. Joe Adell, number 4. Jared Walsh, number 14. Ohtani again hit his 24th. Ohtani had 2 homers in that game. So you can add that on a double Tungsten Omar dual day. And then Mickey Moniak's first as an Angel. Those were the 7 home runs that afternoon, that faithful afternoon at the Big A.
I remember almost losing my voice in the post game because I promised I wasn't going to get too amped up since the team was playing bad. But damn, that day I was yelling. I was like, I can't believe you hit that many home runs and still lose.
I honestly think that's the Angels theme song in 2022 now.
Mad World?
I really think
Yes.
so. Well, Joe Madden, Mad World. It was a Mad World.
Oh my
It's
God.
true.
Love it. Now,
Oh.
see, I went to the game where Ohtani hit 2 home runs and 8 RBIs in 12 innings. I was at that game, and that game was a heartbreaker. And what really made it great for me personally, this is just my personal story. I had my puppy, and he was still, he's still a puppy, but he was a puppy. He was pretty young still. And I'm like, oh man, I can't leave now, right? I can't leave now. Inning 10, inning 11, inning 12, we got this. We're going to win. We lose, right? I come home and the puppy pooped in his crate. So then I had to come home and I had to clean the poop out of the crate.
Well, he
It
just
was a
told you how the Angels were playing. That's all.
Pretty much.
You know what
Pretty
it was?
much.
It was was that game on a Tuesday? I think
It was during the week, yes.
Okay,
I
if
think
it
it was a
was-
Tuesday or a Wednesday.
If it was a double Dookie Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh.
Deuces
like
on
that.
That Dookie,
a Deuce Tuesday.
that Dookie
I
was
like
still
it.
nowhere near as bad as Max Stassi's Nacho year Dookie.
Yes.
The deuces were looses.
Yes.
The Deuce is
the
loose.
Deuce
I
is
love it. The deuce
loose.
is loose. I like
Hey,
that.
okay, no lie. Randy, another t-shirt idea. That's
Yeah.
Maurice Rengifo. The
Deuce is
Deuce was
loose.
loose this year.
Ooh.
Hey, it'd be cheaper to
Ooh.
get shirts too because brown's not really a good color to sell, but we could use it
Right.
for that one.
We could use
I
that.
love
Let's
it.
go back,
That's true. People don't like brown shirts.
Red's more expensive.
And
Yeah.
a quick honorable mention too. I was also at this game. This was during the losing streak. I think they were 11 or 12 games in. All the people in the lineup decided they were going to play Nickelback songs as their walk-up
that's
songs.
Oh yes.
And
Yeah, I remember
yes.
that.
still lost.
Yeah.
I think was that Phil
That
Nevin's
was
first game?
horrible. What's that?
I think that was Phil Nevin's first game as manager because he lost 2 games and his third game was a win, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So
it was. It was.
It was
when
against
he
the
had
Red
just-
Sox. I think I was
Yes, it was against the Red Sox. 'cause
I
it
think I was in
packed.
Vegas during that series. I remember seeing that on social media. Like they're playing Nickelback tonight. I'm sitting
Yeah.
in a casino like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
I
Look
have
at
every
this
single one of their
photograph.
walk-up songs on video because I was just like, this is too good. And then we still lost.
Was that
Yeah.
I wonder if that was a Roger Lodge sponsored night. Like my friend's
Ooh.
Nickelback back in the 90s.
Probably was.
Back when I was relevant.
It probably was.
I used to sing backup vocals on Nickelback's first album.
You know that song Photograph? They use my photograph in homage to me.
Yeah, I use John Stamos' photograph every night. It's crusty and a little old, but it gets the job done.
Oh, that is nasty.
So
Speaking
Tungsten
of
ore.
nasty,
Speaking of nasty, this is going to be this next category, the penultimate category of the Katella Bicycle Awards. I'm going to turn it over to Todd. It's a nasty award, but in the best possible way.
The pitchers of the year here. There's been a lot of good pitching with the Angels. We know that wasn't the problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to name the best pitchers on the Angels. And to me, this one's easy. Well, not really. They have so many to choose from. First off, there's Shohei Ohtani. There's Shohei Ohtani. There's Shohei Ohtani. There's Shohei Ohtani. And there's Ohtani. Oh, my goodness, Ohtani. From my loins out on spread all over the couch, it's Ohtani. It's
okay, but who are the other two guys? Come on, we had to have more nominees.
Okay, there's Ohtani. There's Ohtani, Patrick Sandoval, Ohtani, the left-handed version of Ohtani, Reed Detmers, and Ohtani's interpreter.
Patrick Sandoval dressed up as Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, so the winner, without further ado, is the one that gets all the due. Boy, he gets all the due. Well, the only one that gets more due than one John Stamos. And that is Shohei, show me your Ohtani.
Did you pull
Show
something
me your
there?
Honks.
Are you okay? Did you pull something?
I pulled something that'll get back up in a little while. I just got to rethink of Ohtani.
Nice.
Or John Stamos.
Whatever gets me going. Maybe
I
Randy.
alternate days like I alternate hands.
Randy sometimes comes out of the bullpen.
Yeah. It's all in the wrist. Pause.
Oh, good morning. Good
So
evening.
Shohei
and
Ohtani,
good night.
You can't knock Shohei Ohtani's numbers.
15-9, a 2.33 ERA, 28 starts to his credit, 166 innings. He did qualify this year. He also had 44 walks and just a very small number of 219 strikeouts. Judge that, folks. Judge that.
But did he get over 60 home runs, have a mediocre postseason and almost get a triple crown? No.
Been
That's
there,
right.
done that.
Aaron Judge did that. Just saying.
He did that.
It's not like Bonds, Sosa, McGuire played the game and hit 70 plus. Just saying.
Dude, my favorite is when people like Yankees fans are like, oh, well, yeah, those guys took steroids. Those don't count. I'm like, okay, well, can we stop counting Babe Ruth stuff? Because he played without black people. And they're like, no, that's different. It was okay back then. I'm like, no, we can't discount the steroid era, which saved baseball, and, not count an era where somebody wasn't allowed to play because of the color of their skin.
These are the same Yankee fans that would probably vote Bonds, Sosa, McGuire in the Hall of Fame.
I don't think so.
Agreed.
I don't think they would vote for him.
Really?
I'd vote for Bonds.
I
I'd
think
vote
they
for Bonds.
would.
I think Bonds was a Hall of Famer. I mean,
Well, he was never found guilty, so you got to give him
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Neither was Tom Brady, right? I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, right?
Neither. I don't want to get too crazy here, but neither was OJ. But anyway, here in
Aw,
20.
there you go.
There we go. Well, we know what side of the fence he stands on. And Katella Chronicles is canceled.
No, it's all good. People, come on. It is next Monday is Halloween. We are putting on our best sarcasm. We have Roger Lodge here. We have Roger Lodge. We have Roger Lodge. No, I'm just kidding now. But it's all good fun. But pitcher of the year, I think, no, but in all honesty, it was a runaway. I think Shohei Ohtani clearly proved what he could do. He had an offensive MVP season last year, and he really said, I'm still going to hit homers and do what I got to do offensively. Like, let's remember, this guy had a what was it, 17, 18 game hitting streak near the end of the season.
Yep.
So that was great. But his numbers speak for themselves, and the pitching numbers were fantastic. Who wouldn't want that on their squad?
No.
In all honesty.
All of his numbers pitching wise were better this year. Every single one of them was better this year.
He also single-handedly saved himself 4 more wins by getting the go-ahead runs and hits in his own wins.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if his team came around a little bit, he would have had over 20 wins in my estimation.
Yeah.
Real quick, EQ said we missed out on the Chicken Wing Awards. Randy deserves that. And
Randy.
Yvette says for good surprise award, that would have been a good one for Inspector Gadget Herget.
Ooh.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, and Leaf also messaged saying that he should have gotten consideration or an honorable mention for the villain of the year. Sorry, we don't care anything about anything from Seattle. Go drink some Starbucks, bro.
Actually,
Go drink some subpar Starbucks coffee. And freaking, I don't know whatever else hipsters do over there. Drink some freaking dessert beer.
I would say though he would at least if you're not going to give him the villain of the year, you got to give him taking shit for the year, because he took a lot of shit, man, and he hung in there. So I give him that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. He clowns me a lot on Twitter. He's one of the only other guys. So.
Oh, okay.
Aside from VT and Soda.
There we go. All righty. Last but not least, we have gotten to the last award of the night for the Katella Bicycle 2022 awards. Again, if you win, you get the beautiful bike, the Rally Monkey, 3 balls, and a beautiful ride from Angel Stadium to
Did
Honda
you say
Center.
3 balls? I prefer the lower hanging fruit.
Last category of the year is the almighty Player of the Year. 3 nominees. Of course, the one and only Shohei Ohtani, the GOAT, Mike Trout, and the surprise double deuce, Luis Rengifo.
Ooh.
Gets in the
Double
conversation.
deuce.
Now, I'm not surprised with how the voting went on this category, but for lack of, for more of conversations, Mike Trout had an MVP type season if he doesn't get hurt. 280 average, 40 plus bombs, 80 plus RBIs. I think he easily, if he doesn't miss a month with the back injury, gets 50 dingers.
We're talking flirting with 50 for sure.
50 and 100.
Yeah, no doubt. Then Ohtani did what Ohtani, he had a back-to-back MVP season, no doubt about it. And then the surprise of the year, Luis Rengifo starting the year at Salt Lake, getting called up when Fletcher went down, and all of a sudden decided to be the Messiah in the infield, being, especially with Anthony Rendon going on the shelf. I don't know if we expected. I think we all didn't believe Rengifo could do what Rengifo did until maybe like late July, early August, where we knew it was legit at that point.
Yeah, we kept waiting for him to fall off, and he didn't.
He was very good at that point this year, which was great. So between Ohtani, Trout, and Rengifo, the winner, it was very close between 2 players, but of course, as always, Shohei Ohtani gets to pick up the final award tonight, the Katella Bicycle for Player of the Year.
Ohtani, that's 6'4" of greatness and buffness.
Yeah,
there you
you
go.
before we close out the awards, all 10 winners have been presented so far. I know we will post. I know Halos in the Info will post as well the winners if you didn't get a chance to watch it live or listen to the podcast and just see who won the awards at the end of the day. But let's get into a little news for a minute. Ohtani made some news overseas in Japan about not being happy with the organization right now. On a scale of 0 to 10, how much stock do we put into what he said?
0.
-2.
It was taken out of context.
Yeah.
Agreed.
The East Coast writers have to try to make something out of nothing like they always do. Just like they like to pretend that the East Coast is better than the West Coast, which is not true.
Yeah.
Even if it was true, as a fan, I want him to say those things. I want him not to be happy because I want him to be better and want better for himself and the team. If he was like, "Oh, I'm happy with 73 wins."
Yeah, right. Who wants that out of their guy?
Yeah. It's common sense that he would feel that way.
Yeah, they should do something important like cover where Aaron Judge is going.
Yeah, if they would have asked him what did you feel about the organization and he said that, then okay, I get what they're
a little
talking
different,
about.
Yeah.
But the fact that, I mean, again, it's like asking a Royals fan or a Royals player, hey, are you happy with the 2022 season? Hell no. We finished in
Yeah.
last place.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're going to say
That's
the same
fair.
thing. So,
Hey,
Yeah.
we finished in third place. That's the best in quite a while.
Yeah.
but when you
Look
got
at
you got-
Mr. Brightside right there. for
Yeah.
oh my god.
True.
you. No, but
I have a question for you guys. Now, this wasn't a category, and Swilly was a little late to the party, so I don't think she probably has an opinion on this one. She can chime in if she wants.
Are you saying she can't vote?
Are you saying that I can't have an opinion about sports? Is that what you're saying?
Yep, that's exactly what I said.
Damn.
That's
all
ex-
right,
That's
bet.
exactly what I said.
I'm sorry for that.
I knew it.
Yeah, right. So we had a lot of interviews that we did this year. So maybe this is even more of a Todd question because Dominick came pretty late too. So he might not have listened. He might not have listened to the massive backlog of content we have. If you were interested, make sure to look up Halos in the Infield wherever you get your podcast and look at the many, many, many interviews we have. I think we have like 40. So Todd, out of all the interviews we did this year, which was your favorite? Maybe an honorary Katella bike for them.
yeah, absolutely.
Dude.
We'll give you a bike. We'll give him a bike.
I might have to bust a Swilly on this one and have a tie because honestly,
Oh, a tie.
I'm giddy for Gooby. And when we did our preseason talk with Gooby, he hit on some points that actually came true during the season. So he was pretty spot on with his predictions, and he's always a good interview. And me and Fernando had a good interview with him, and then I'll tie it with Spezio. I didn't get to be the part I wanted to be in it, but I got the fanboy out a little bit. He was amazing with his content. Swilly and Fernando were great on the questions. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to give it to Spezio. I love that one. That one was the best.
Crazy. It was the one interview that I did. That was your favorite.
Exactly. See,
He
That
busted a
is
Swilly.
insane.
He busted a
Wow.
Swilly.
see, Fernando, women can do things good.
That's
I
right.
don't know why you crap on him. all
Talk
the
it
time.
up. A win.
All right.
A win for Swilly. My first one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're welcome for getting you on that. Because women belong in sports, and I've told you that from the beginning. But whatever. What do I know?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy. Get back in the kitchen, Swilly. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad one here.
If I thought better, I should have put who was the better newcomer this year to Halos in the Infield. Was it Swilly, Dominick, or Randy?
Randy
Okay,
wasn't.
well,
Randy is a new.
Yeah, Randy's been here.
I
He's
vote
been
JT. He's gotten us the
JT,
most
maybe.
TikTok engagement. So.
Oh.
Okay, okay, let's boil it
Hey, you
down.
haven't made a TikTok yet, and I gave you the account. Just saying. Just saying.
True.
I gave you the
That's
account.
So we'll
You can
boil.
log in.
You
So,
did.
so what you're saying is I win by default.
Yes, I guess.
I don't know. You're technically part of Katella Chronicles. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Yeah, here we go.
jeez.
Yeah,
Look
it's
at him.
We're
technically it's
just
more
not
like
good
a
enough.
it's more like
Wow.
a swinger situation.
I think we all agree now. Rally Chris is the winner of this one, right?
Yeah, because he got back on the page for like 3 days behind my back. Not even like 3 hours. Todd put him on the. Todd was like, "All right, but no, you can't do this, and this. Fernando's gonna get mad. He didn't talk to me at all about this." And all of a sudden, there's these random tweets. I'm like, I didn't post that. And I just kind of like shrugged it off. And as soon as I saw that we tweeted at Rod Carew and said, "Hey, Rod, I'd love to have you on the show," I was like, "Well, Rally Chris is back on. Gotta change the password immediately."
Someone got the nuclear launch codes and got in.
Yeah, exactly. So Todd was like, "I told him not to do that." I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
Oh boy.
Damn it, Todd.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, with that being said, that will conclude this year's 2022 Katella Chronicles and Halos in the Infield Bike Awards.
I didn't say what my favorite interview was.
That's
you
okay,
did?
we don't-
Oh, you did. I thought you agreed with Spezio.
No, I was gonna say Spezio, but then Todd took it. And I want to be different.
Okay, be different. Okay, everybody sit down. Let's focus on the screens here. Let's let
Okay.
Fernando be different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Frankie Kazarian was my favorite interview because it took two things I like, wrestling and baseball, and it blended them together. But honestly, like, I don't think there's ever really been an interview that we've done where I'm like, that's horrible. And I've done that before. When Andrew and I used to do a podcast before, we've had interviews and been like, that guy sucked. Fortunately, we haven't had that yet. We've been a little selective. There's been a lot of people who have wanted to come on our show before who we haven't let on, like certain Twitter accounts. like, hey, you should let me on the show.
No.
Yeah,
No.
this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
back in the throwback days.
We have
exactly.
standards.
Can't be a honk.
Right.
Yeah. No honks allowed.
Oh boy. Well, any before I cut anybody else off, sorry for
Except Swilly, don't let her talk.
do you see do you see fans the stuff Katella Chronicles has, the divas we have to put up with? The divas.
Yeah, so we don't
Devos
go
and
live.
divas.
Devos and divas.
Devos and divas. But
Diva can be anybody.
That's true.
It's true.
It's a gender neutral term now.
Yeah.
It is.
okay, some Twitter accounts are divas. Anyway, but
They, them.
them. In 2022, because now that the offseason is almost done with the World Series coming or starting this weekend, final thoughts on the Angels 22. We're going to tuck it to bed, put it away, because after I think this podcast, it's all going to be about
The future.
the future, off-season moves, what is to come with the Angels. I think there's no more looking back anymore. Full force. I think we can all agree on that. The nightmares can hopefully go to bed.
Yeah, man. Throw this season in the Atlantic like it just got hit by an iceberg, and don't look away. It's over.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Deuces.
Along with all the drowning bodies in the water.
I just don't want to have another season of, hey, this guy put up tremendous stats. Way to go. Woo. But we have nothing to show for it. So I'm very much in favor of slamming the door in 2022 and looking ahead to 2023.
Yep. That's all we can do. Swilly, final thoughts on 2022 and tucking it to bed.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I'm really excited for this off season. I have relatively high hopes. And I want the team to get sold. I want things to get sorted out. I mean, we have fired Jeremy Reed, so I'm happy about that. Things hopefully will trend in the right direction. Go Phillies.
Go Marsh. Go Marsh. Go
Marsh.
Brandon
Go
Marsh.
Thor.
I think that's what Syndergaard's a great story. I hope he wins, but I think it's more like if Marsh wins a ring.
Marshy. Yeah.
Like,
It's my background now. So long, 2022.
There it goes.
there it goes.
Bye
That's
forever.
Hey, that's going to be the photo or the clip art for this. Just us waving.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's it. Goodbye, 2022. Hello awards.
Sonia asked for it, so I have to give it to her. She's one of the best fans of all time. There's your honk.
Oh yeah, there you go. A honk for the haters.
Hopefully, that is the final honk in regards to the 2022 season.
Please.
Todd can rest his Roger Lodge voice for a little while.
Oh yeah, it's burning.
Yeah, it's
Burning
burn. Him and his, he's burning his throat here at the wee hours of the night.
It wouldn't be the first time, buddy.
But there's much to come as we enter the 2023 season. I know I'm already playing GM in my head. There's already signings I want to happen. We're not going to get into it now because we could be here for another hour.
Yeah.
But there will be more podcasts, I feel, between the four of us for sure coming about.
I agree. Oh my god. I'm
The
just
bad recorder version.
It's exactly what we deserve, so it's fine.
That is what we deserve. For all of us at Katella Chronicles and the beautiful Bike Awards here in 2022, the Titanic and the music will send us out for the final time talking about the 2022 season. Thank you, fans, for voting along for our inaugural Katella Chronicle Halos in the Infield Bike Awards. It was fun.
Ooh.
Fernando, Swilly, Todd, thank you so much.
See you on Katella.
See you on Katella on the bike. We'll all do the princess wave as we go down, looking at both stadiums throughout the year.
There it goes.
Until the next time, Katella Chronicles and Halos in the Infield. Oh, it's been fun, guys. I always enjoy it.